Son.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CU LFC Media. I nearly said Coventry United TV there. This is the first time that we are broadcasting on the new and exclusive home of Coventry United Ladies footage. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you never miss a stream. The same quality will remain. Liam Cook here, as always, your commentator, videographer, editor, and all-round loudmouth. It's a good job I am, really. You might have heard my dulcet tones over the previous match between Coventry United and Charlton, because it was a whopper. Coventry United went into half-time 2-0 down, and Jay's words of wisdom turned it around. I believe it was something like 3 goals in 7 minutes, that sounds right, and Coventry United won by 3 goals to 2. But this game has all the more meaning because Coventry United and Charlton are currently the bottom 2 sides in the FA Women's Championship table, even on points, just separated by goal difference, and Charlton do have a game in hand. So it's a match that both sides dare not lose. Let's get into the starting lineups now for you. Coventry United on the left, Charlton on the right. United make 2 changes to the side, with Helen Dermody coming in what we believe is going to be a front 3 with Destiny Toussaint and Amber Hughes. Alice Hassel is brought in to firm up the midfield, with Beth Merrick, who actually scored in that previous meeting with Charlton. She's on the bench, but will certainly bring a lot of pace and flair if she is brought on to make an impact a little bit later on. The Charlton lineup also 2 changes, with Emma Pluller coming into the starting lineup. Charlie Clifford also given the opportunity.
Oh.
And you can see there, hell of a lot of quality in the Charlton Athletic team, and what a result it was for them last time out as well. 2-2 against Liverpool. Clifford's penalty in injury time, making it happen for Charlton, and it was really conflicting opportunities in injury time for both sides last week, as Coventry lost in injury time against Lewis after a fantastic performance, but it ended up being a losing effort. Well, Coventry have been putting in the performances, but the main thing at the moment is, of course, points. They haven't been able to pick them up as easily as manager Jay Bradford would have liked, but there is no doubt in the quality of the Coventry United team, as I'm sure we will see today. The substitutes are just coming out now, with kick-off just 6 minutes away. We were hoping to see Keely Davis in action for Coventry United. It was rumoured that Keely would be starting after an impressive substitute debut against Lewis 3 weeks ago, but sadly Keely has suffered an injury and will not be included today. However, Destiny Toussaint is going to be up front. Now, Destiny is usually a winger / attacking midfielder, but she has played up front as well. So not really a recognised striker in the Coventry United team, but plenty of goal-mouth action to be expected. And it is such a tight race between Coventry United and Charlton, as I said, separated only by goal difference. But there are a few other teams down there as well, looking over their shoulders, and both teams have got very big plans for their futures. Coventry, of course, have had a stake bought in the club by Heikelin, who have promised a significant investment over the next few years, hoping to turn Coventry into a professional outfit, while Charlton have been taken over by the men's club owner. So big things in store for both Coventry and Charlton, but they've got to stay in the Championship first. And we're about set to go. The players coming out very shortly. So we're just going to take a quick break now. We'll be back with live and exclusive live streaming of Coventry United versus Charlton Athletic, kicking off very soon. No. CU LFC Media. Live coverage of this crucial FA Women's Championship lineup. So a recap of the starting lineups for you. Kicking off with Coventry United. So for United, Sue Wood, Hayley Crackle, Nikki Miles, Anna Wilcox, Ashley Brown, Fran Orthodoxou, Alice Hassel, Helen Dermody, Destiny Toussaint, Becky Anderson and Amber Hughes. And for Charlton Athletic Women, we have Irva Cummings, Olivia Smith, Grace Coombs, Ellie Dory, Charlie Clifford, Jess King, Ella Rutherford, Shauna Vassell, Alicia Sulola, Lois Houchen and Emma Plua. Occasion which of course would be all the more special if we were allowed to bring supporters back to the Butts Park Arena. Hopefully that won't be too far away, with the restrictions set to be lifted in June and July. So hopefully next season will be unaffected by this horrible pandemic. I speak for everyone at Coventry United and Charlton as well. We certainly miss the supporters. We can't wait to see you again. Hopefully it will be sooner than we think. Being joined in the gantry by our media and communications officer Connor West, who will be manning the Twitter, so if there are any typos, make sure to give him a hard time about it. Continued show of support on both Coventry United and Charlton, taking the knee, making it clear that any sort of discrimination will not stand. And we are underway at the Butts Park Arena, with Coventry United kicking from right to left in the red shirts with green shorts and socks. Charlton in grey shirts with black shorts and grey socks. Charlton immediately looking for a long-range opportunity, but it floats towards the near side of Sue Wood's goal. Launch cleared. Toussaint is actually playing down the left-hand side of that front three. Helen Dermody as a makeshift striker today, just a little behind. That's hoof up the field. And it's shepherded to touch by Shauna Vassell. It's going to be Amber Hughes, who had a spectacular performance at Oakwood in October in the reverse fixture. And she set up the opening goal here towards Nikki Miles, bounces through the penalty area. Plua, And out on that far side, if in doubt, get it out. And that's exactly what Plua did. Fran Orthodoxou has made that midfield role her own since a arrival from West Brom, looking for Amber Hughes, but bounces across the winger's path. Make sure to subscribe to the brand new CU LFC Media YouTube channel. All the interviews, highlights, commentaries and live streams will be on this channel from now on. CU TV will be exclusive to the men's club. The clearance. Tracking back, good work from Grace Coombs, the Charlton captain. Launched out wide again by Urfa Cummings. Plua nodded into the midfield where Hassel collects Orthodoxou, loses out to Jess King and could open the door for the Addicts, but Coventry able to shape up and get the ball back rather quickly, but they've got to get the ball on the ground. And Ashley Brown struggling on that occasion. Nikki Miles across to Anna Wilcox, always a couple of calm, cool heads. Crackle and Brown have swapped wings this week. Right. Well defended by Shauna Vassell, shielding Hughes from the ball. The target is Helen Dermody from Crackle's throw. No to return to Crackle. First line crossed by Hayley Crackle. Destiny Toussaint is there, but so is Cummings. You have to think that the Charlton goalkeeper, as well as the Coventry goalkeeper, are going to be busy today. Neither side can leave anything on that pitch. They've got to give it everything they've got because they don't know how important this match could be to both of their seasons. Just bounces past Toussaint, but she'll race back and try and collect it from Coombs. Coombs with the upper hand and plays it back with Cummings. Chipped over Toussaint. And Cummings has done well there to get it back to Coombs. Orthodoxou gets stuck in and prevents it from reaching Alicia Sulola. Coombs. Olivia Smith across the penalty area, finds Smith. Sells there, but she's got to go up the right flank. Chested down by Dory. Along the empty stretch of right wing and trickles over the white line. Rutherford was the intended target. Not what Crackle was intending, I'm sure. Towards that near post. Nikki Miles gives it away in a dangerous position. Plua brings it back for Charlton, but funk clear by Dermody. And now Toussaint with the pressure on Lewis Hochin and gets the free kick out of it as Hochin tried to prevent Toussaint from sprinting away. There's having a little bit of difficulty with the camera. Anderson slips it straight in for Destiny Toussaint. And Toussaint goes across the face of goal. It's ended up floating over the crossbar. The opening opportunity of the match. Toussaint not showing all of her cards, but certainly a signal of intent. We've had 5 minutes here at the Butts Park Arena. Live coverage of Coventry United Ladies versus Charlton Athletic Women on the brand new CU LFC Media YouTube channel, the new home of Coventry United Ladies footage. That's Cummings away. And back where it came from by Toussaint. Amber Hughes flicks it up. Henderson, but Coombs gets some distance on that, but not an awful lot of it. Dory Good flick on there by the number 9, Jess King. It's a race between King and Miles. It's a race that Miles has won. And sticks it into touch so her teammates can trap back and give her a hand. Vassell. Crackle takes no risks from that ball from Clifford. Napping there as it's found Jess King. Shauna Vassell in the corner. Over the line for a Charlton throw. Final touch coming off Crackle. Nikki Miles nodding it into touch, preventing King from making inroads, but it will be a corner kick to Charlton Athletic, which will be taken by Ella Rutherford. Charlton players backtracking to ensure that the United counter isn't as dangerous as it could be. It's a poor corner. It's going to come back in with Clifford. Hassel does the rest. Bit of a miss hit by Rutherford. Vassell does it straight into the face of Fran Orthodoxou. The Charlton manager saying handball, but I don't think he had a case on that occasion. Crackle. Amber Hughes. Railroaded into the path of Rutherford, who switches away from Alice Hassel. Plua making the run, and Plua, can she get past Brown? No, she can't. Great block from the former Aston Villa defender. See if Rutherford's next effort will be better than the last. It was better, it was certainly more dangerous. It's poor control from Ashley Clifford off the chest. Sees the ball bounce out of play. She believed it had took a touch of a Coventry United player on the way through. The referee didn't share that view. But Charlton, with heaps of pressure being hard on top of Coventry United. They're rebounding everything that's coming their way at the moment. Coventry just waiting for their opportunity. They're the right time to strike. Coming. On towards Plua, and Plua's offside. The highlights of today's game will be available tomorrow morning. Hopefully try and get them done tonight for you, but it'll be within 24 hours of the final whistle, you can guarantee that. It's towards Amber Hughes, a bit too high for the United winger. Picked up by Smith, but Amber Hughes not giving up. Momentarily brought the ball back from Coombs. Well, Coventry thought it was their throw, but the linesman has flagged in favour of Charlton as Brown shielded well from Coombs. That's the sort of grit and determination that Coventry will need today. Again, Charlton failing at the back. Can Coventry take advantage this time? Well, that is definitely their throw. It's smashed off the leg of Lois Hochin. 10 minutes played at the Butts Park Arena, still 0-0, but for how much longer? Trying to come from Ashley Brown towards Toussaint. It's hooked out by Amber Hughes, preventing the counter-attack on the left-hand side. Alicia Salola pulling her weight there, intercepting for Charlton. The Coventry United dream team of Jay Bradford and Katie Moran on the fringe of the pitch in the technical area, deep in thought. Their views be of the opening 10 minutes of the Butts Park Arena. Salola. And that's Rutherford making the run. Ella Rutherford could open Coventry up here. Hayley Crackle brings it to feet and launches it away before Plua could try to bring it back. Hayley Crackle, that ball along the left-hand side, skews into touch. ball. Rutherford sticking her left arm out. Oh, no arguments from Rutherford, but King preventing Crackle from taking a long one. And a quick one, but if you're talking about long ones, you want Anna Wilcox on it. I don't think there's another player in the world that will think about shooting from here except Anna Wilcox. Launched into the box. Well, it was a shot on target. Not a shot that was ever going to trouble Eartha Cummings. Wilcox. Back with Hayley Crackle. Wood was off her line, so United can't afford to lose the ball. They did. But Dory could do nothing with it. Rutherford. King nods it down for Rutherford, but shielded by Alice Hassel. Neat football by Wilcox to bring it away from King and create some separation. Now Destiny Toussaint charging down on Olivia Smith, but it's safely back with Cummings. Wants to swab the ball later. It's in the centre circle. Shalola. Charlton want a free kick. They're not going to get one. Forcible but fair, according to the official. Pass blocked off, but it's back with Wood thanks to Ashley Brown. Sue Wood. Brown meets it on the right flank. Miles with the lofted ball.
Yes, try and take the long pass if you can. Try and take the long pass.
Charlton knocking on the door. Can they prize it open? And again, sloppy passing. Costs them, and Coventry are on the break now with Amber Hughes cutting into the centre. She's going to need some help. Looking for Helen Dermody. Well, Dermody was offside anyway. But in fact, it's been given as a free kick for a push on Amber Hughes. And Coventry have the chance to put Cummings under pressure. Orthodoxu is going to leave it for Becky Anderson. It does look like it's going to be an effort on goal. Two-player wall standing in front of the United midfielder, ready for a rocket. It's not exactly a rocket. Tries to thread it through the Dermody, but it's out with Brown. Floated into the box. Hughes is there. Toussaint's there. Wilcox is there. Fires it over. Crowding out Dory at the expense of a Charlton throw to be taken by Shauna Vassell. Goes long to King, and Crackle prevents the overlap of Dory. 134 supporters tuned in to the live stream today. You want to hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the coverage. Leave comments with your feedback or any messages that you want read out. We'll read some of your comments out when there's a break in play. I want to say a big hello to Coventry United superfan and volunteer Alan Howe, who's tuned in today. Rutherford drills one, diving onto it, Sue Wood. We also want to say happy birthday for yesterday to Coventry United Ladies director Jade Ogle. 3 points today would certainly be the most welcome of birthday presents for Oggy. Toussaint brought to feet. Coombs should get it out, does get it out, but it's behind Plua. Plua caught out, and Coventry have a throw-in a dangerous location. Ashley Brown to do the honours. Toussaint wants the overlap. It's Shilola preventing it, so Toussaint doubles back. Grey wall standing in front of Coventry. Orthodoxu. Brown the target. Brown charges down the attempted clearance, and it falls back with Cummings. Dino says all the best to both teams today. Luan Molden Mota is listening from Brazil. He says, come on, Charlton. Paul Crew also wanting to see a win for the Addicts. Plua, has she ran that out? Yes, she has. Frustrating for the Charlton attacker, who's looked very promising in the opening 17 minutes. Roy Eden listening as well, a long-time partner of the Coventry United Men's Club. Daniel Rauch says, come on Charlton, we need this win bad. Alfie Green as well, one of the younger members of the Red and Green Army. And Harvey W and Frank Levine group both supporting Charlton too. There are a few Charlton supporters in there. Let's get some Cov fans in there too as well. Hassel receives from Amber Hughes, but Hassel playing a ball to an invisible player, hoping and praying that someone was between the two centre-backs waiting to receive, but it wasn't to be, as Toussaint prevents Smith from getting it away, and Vassell able to catch up to that loose ball on the near side, and Coventry have another throw-in. This is what you like to see from Coventry United, not giving up until the ball's gone. Crackle. Dermody the target. Here is Helen Dermody, locked it up. Hassel trying to get there. Coombs has done enough. Orthodoxu volleys across the centre of the park. It was initially picked up by Plua. And now it's Charlton's turn to counter as King races to the ball on the left-hand side with Nikki Miles trying to prevent her route into the box from the left-hand side. It's King trying to cut back, and Miles does well. You're going to have to get up pretty early in the morning to catch the general out. Flipped off the chest of Crackle. United in a dangerous position here. It's Dory. Tipped over the crossbar by Sue Wood. Anna Miller says, let's go Cov from here in Seattle. So we've got viewers in North America and South America today. Draw towards that near post. King returned to Rutherford. Ella Rutherford blocked by Crackle, now with Plua. Rutherford again, third time lucky, drills it low. Hutchin unable to do the necessaries on the edge of the penalty area. Hughes, a Charlton player with a bit of a push on Amber Hughes, but it is in fact Clifford who has remained down. Not good at all for Charlton Athletic. Clifford, such an inspirational player for the Addicts. Scored that injury time equaliser from the penalty spot against Liverpool 3 weeks ago. Charlton were set to play Sheffield United a couple of weeks ago too, but that match was postponed, as was Coventry's planned trip to Liverpool. So still a few matches to play. Anything can happen towards the end of the season. Of course, teams at this end of the table can always find a moment of magic when they need to, as Clifford unfortunately remains down. Remains to be seen if she will be able to continue. The Coventry substitutes have gone for a warm-up to our left, as have the Charlton bench. On the bench for Charlton are Alice Griffiths, Kiara Watling, Ella Powell, Jamie Gotch, Vian Sampson, Simone Elligan and Katie Godden. And for Coventry United, their bench consists of goalkeeper Liv Clark, defender Holly Chandler and Jenna Roberts. With midfielders, you've got Phoebe Warner, Katie Morris. With winger Beth Merrick in there too, along with strikers Amy Waffen and Georgia Stevens. Again, Keely Davis was set to be involved today, but is ruled out with an injury. We do wish Keely all the best in her recovery. As well as the long-term absentee Mads Gorner, who's on the far side of the field watching on after a serious ACL injury, hoping that she'll be back next season. I'm glad to say that Claire is back on her feet. It was actually Grace Coombs. It looked like the number 8 from here, but it turns out it's the number 6 on the back of Grace Coombs. So Coombs trudges off the field for now. Well, won't want to lose their skipper. For now, it looks like she's going to try and continue at least. Oh no, in fact, she's not going to be able to continue. The physio has motioned that the substitution will be required. Coombs is out of the game. Really is a shame for the Charlton Athletic centre-back, who had a strong performance in the opening 22 minutes. We're about halfway through the first half here at the Butts Park Arena, live on the new CU LFC Media YouTube channel, the new home of Coventry United Ladies coverage. For now, Charlton are down to 10 players as they prepare their substitutes. It isn't going to stop Shauna Vassell from giving it a go along the right flank. King making herself available as well as Plua. Fantastic slide in by Alice Hassel, who tracked her all the way.
Right, it's okay. Come across when it comes over.
Towards that far post, it's flown over everyone, and Huchen couldn't get there before it trickles over the white line. We just had a message from Coventry striker Keely Davis, who is watching at home. So tell the girls to keep going. There has been a promising start for the Red and Greens. I'm sure a bit of Keely's determination up front wouldn't go amiss in a game like this. Red and Greens giving as good as they're getting as Wilcox and King go to ground. Firm but fair. Who's got the final touch on that? It's flicked off Toussaint. Well executed by Shauna Vassell at right back. In fact, it looks like Grace Coombs has returned to the field, so the physio motion that Charlton would need to make a substitution, but like a true captain, Coombs is giving it a go. She's going to try and play on. Dory miscontrolled that. It's over the white line as she put it into the box. The highlights of today's game will be available on YouTube within 24 hours of the final whistle. So make sure to subscribe to CU LFC Media and hit the notification bell to get notifications of when we upload videos. There'll be interviews and also products from our joint owners, Heikelin. Rutherford. Vidori. Dory just gets there ahead of Anderson. Sulola. United have got everyone back. And again, the passing is poor from Charlton, and United looking to take advantage now on the counter. That seems to be where their best opportunity lies. It's Destiny Toussaint. She's got Dermody in the centre. Hughes making herself available too. Now it's with Alice Hassel. Crackle's down line. Hayley Crackle found. And a wayward cross from Hayley Crackle brings an end to promising attack for Coventry United in unfortunate circumstances. 26 minutes gone. It's still scoreless. It's been anything but a ball draw so far. Throw for Coventry to a poor kick. Mark Morris listening from Wigan, supporting Coventry United. And we've got to give a shout out as well from Harvey W to Queenie the dog, who is also listening to the coverage. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's got a football-loving dog. My dog always barks on the TV when the Villa are on. Hughes looking for a route in. Dermody, can she get there first? No, she can't. Keane seems to have recovered well from that injury. The chase is on now for Charlton, but Miles will shepherd that into touch. Orthodoxu. Chipped over the head of Rutherford, but Henderson gives it away cheaply to Plua. Charged down by Hughes. That's another throw for Charlton, just shy of the halfway line on the far side of the field. And we will be having a 5-minute break at half-time before we have a little half-time report before kick-off. Looked like a heavy collision with Ashley Brown. Nicky Miles motioning that Brown is okay, doesn't need any treatment. All of the physios are primed and ready. Dermody. Coventry falling foul to the same level of passing that Charlton have. It's nodded into the box by Destiny Toussaint, but Cummings is there to pick up the pieces. Crackle. Collected by Orthodoxu. Taken out by Salola. Referee says it's fair game. Rutherford puts it through. It's Plua for the opener, held off by Brown. Diving onto it, Sue Wood brings an end to that chapter. Well, the next time we're on air here on CUTV next Sunday with Coventry United taking on London City Lionesses. We will have a live stream of that match here at the Butts Park Arena for you, 2 o'clock. On Sunday the 7th of March, so 1 week from today. And speaking of next week, Keeley's just come back and said I'll be back with a bang next week. No doubting that. Dermody. Hughes now taking that central striking role. Toussaint pushing up. A little push on Amber Hughes. Well, Coventry wanted to play on. Anderson was ready to play it left with Hassel and Crackle waiting. Miles, not the best of free kicks. Really back where it came from. Rather simply, in fact. Now it's Plua making the run. Cuts it into the middle for Jess King. It's Dory. And a heroic block by Anna Wilcox, where it looked like it was a certainty that Charlton would score. It's not over yet. Back heel, trying to be too cheeky there was Rutherford. As it's safely at the feet of Wood. 31 minutes gone, so we're 14 minutes of action before half-time, plus stoppages, of which there will be a few after a 2-minute delay, thanks to the injury to Grace Coombs, who thankfully is recovered now and back in the Charlton defence. Coming up was Nikki Miles, Smith, Sulola. Orthodoxy couldn't get enough power on her header. Diminutive centre mid. Free kick against Coventry United. We're going to bargy in the midfield. I also want to say a big hello to Paddy Richards, the Coventry United Ladies manager, who has tuned in today. Rutherford towards the right hand side, receives it, and Amy Crackle took a bit of a kick to the shin from Rutherford. Towards this near side, Amber Hughes crowded out. Charlton stacking up well, and they look dangerous on the break too, but it's Wilcox and Miles at it again. Wilcox had to duck as Miles fired the ball over her head. Rutherford coming across to the centre, out wide with Sulola. Still Alicia Sulola, down line. Charged down well, and here comes Destiny Toussaint. Striding away from Huchin, but she needs support. Dermody waiting in the penalty area. Hassel there too. Anderson making herself available down line. Toussaint holds it up well. Charlton have pushed everyone back now. It's going to be tough for Coventry to break them down. Floated across the left-hand side. Hayley Crackle, she's onside. Keeps it in. No, she doesn't. In fact, it went out before she made contact, and that will be a Charlton goal kick. Who could forget the incredible match we saw at Oakwood between Coventry and Charlton in October? Coventry were 2-0 down at half-time and ended up winning 3-2 thanks to 3 goals in 7 minutes, 2 of which came from Amber Hughes, the other from Beth Merrick, who was on the bench. Orthodoxy. A bit too much pressure from Rutherford. Dory tried to kick the ball away, but Coventry had the free kick. We've got Amber Hughes family listening as well. Zach and Jake watching from London. Come on Coventry, and Amber as well. Dan Mercer says come on Charlton. Roxy, Rio, Leo and Dan, massive Addicts fans, all watching and supporting from Essex. And a YouTube name which I won't say because it's a bit rude. Says thanks for streaming this, Coventry. Nice one. Come on you Reds. Powerful free kick, nodded away, and now you know what's coming. Charlton on the counter, and King looking to make herself available as Rutherford cautiously approaches through the centre circle. Here's Alicia Sulola. Plua wants it played through. On the left-hand side, Plua gets her wish. Huchin for the cross. Blocked up by Miles. Tries to pull it back. Miles takes the ball with her, and it's out of play for a corner. And Sully Sadiq, also Amber Hughes fan, says let's go Amber Hughes, get a goal. It's over the head of Toussaint with a swing and a miss by Sulola. Downey racing up to Plua. Plua does get it away, headed towards the net. But it's sent wide from Charlie Clifford. In fact, no, it was Houchin, sorry. Sulola Shalola with the interception. Rutherford, Dory and King all still up from the previous attack, and here is Jess King sending herself with a strike maybe. Rutherford, Orthodoxu in from behind. Coventry can't clear though. Jess King taking aim, fires it wide. The outstretched palm of Sue Wood wasn't needed, but King and Charlton starting to show what they're about. "37 minutes of play have elapsed here at the Butts Park Arena in the FA Women's Championship. It's Coventry United 0, Charlton Athletic 0, as Orthodoxu can only flick it out of play. Shauna Vassell wearing Eka David style goggles, just like Katie Morris, and they're not just for show, as Katie's dad actually told us a few weeks ago. Hit by Shalola, and it's a pretty standard save with the near post from Wood. Charlton getting shots away, but not doing an awful lot of damage with them. Drilled as far as Anderson. And it's Shalola who brings it back to the Addicts. And Plura's got acres of space here. She's got King in the centre. Rutherford too. Goes for Rutherford. Charlton to take the lead surely. And again, it's Nikki Mars who prevents it. But Shalola slips as she gets towards the ball, trying to get the shot away. Rutherford. Brown knocks it off Rutherford. Is it going to go out of play? Yes, it is. What a sequence of events. Charlton somehow still can't find a way through. Absolutely outstanding defending there from Coventry United. Miles and Wilcox especially. Reminiscent of the incredible shift put in against Lewis 3 weeks ago when Coventry held the title chasing side until it was the 91st minute. Hochin tripped by Destiny Toussaint, bread and butter free kick. No complaints from Coventry about that. This was Rutherford, thumped away by Wilcox. Don't look at it. Judge the bounce, but it's the cell up to King. Plura. The cell now with Olivia Smith. Sue Wood. Mark Morris is certainly admiring the defence from Coventry United, saying good block spanner. Nikki Mars doing her bit too. And now they're tasked with stopping them again. It's Crackle this time picking up the pieces. A little bit lackadaisical from Coventry in the midfield, but the defence is making up for it. I have a hunch that there could be a change at half-time. I think maybe the instruction of Beth Merritt could do the trick. Towards the far post where Plura is. Well, Peter Crouch wasn't getting his head on that, let alone Plura. Just 5 minutes until half-time here at the Butts Park Arena. Still scoreless. It is Charlton on top at the moment. The draw doesn't really help either side. So I assume that both teams will be going for it after the break. Hughes just a little late to the party. Anderson keeps it alive. Hughes nodded on. Dermody will give chase. Trying to out-muscle Vassell. Toussaint in there too. Stretch from Hughes couldn't quite get something on it. Now Clifford does find Shalola. It's with Hochin. Rutherford. Hochin makes the overlap, but I think Rutherford's going to go alone. Great cross and well held by Sue Wood. terrific goalkeeping as always from the former Birmingham shot stopper. Long-time servant of Coventry United, captain for the past 3 years, the retirement of Nat Lynch. Convenient block by Hughes. It was put straight into her back by Coombs. And they're going to play it safe back with Cummings, who hasn't had a touch of the ball for a good while. And they actually Toussaint, who's swapped wings with Dermody again. Nicky Miles, straight down the centre. Oliver Doxu let it run, but so did Hughes. Miscommunication costing Coventry. Ella Rutherford lost it to the left where Dory is waiting, but Brown got there first, up line to Toussaint. He's back after a stint at Birmingham and London Bees. Had a previous stint with the club and it's only made an impact against Lewis. Ella Rutherford, King's waiting in the penalty area, and again it won't reach her. King primed and ready to strike, but she just hasn't had the opportunity.
Start too deep, Dory. Start in between. Emma, start in between. That's good, that's okay.
Daniel Camellia says, come on you Reds. Again, if there are any messages that you want read out, messages of support for your team, and let us know. Just type in your comments in the comment section below the video and we'll read out as many as we can. Hughes tries to cut it across the penalty area but turned away by Huchin. Just bounces off the head of Hassel. Amber Hughes. Anderson wanted it in the centre, but there wasn't a route to her. Here's Hayley Crackle. It is Coventry's moment. It's Crackle just before she could take the strike. Coombs blasts it away. It's with Destiny Toussaint, and she knew as soon as it left her boot it wasn't what she wanted. Into the final minute of normal time, I'd say there'd be a minimum of 3 minutes to be added on. So we stopped for a good 2 when Grace Coombs went down with an injury. Didn't look like she would be able to continue with the physio, motioning that a sub would be required, but Coombs, to her credit, has got back into the game and still making an impact. Intercepted by Brown. Hassel. Wilcox scoops it up. It should be easy pickings for Vassell, but where will it land next? Clifford leaping into Hughes and gets a head on the ball, winning that aerial duel, but now Coventry have got it back with Hassel. Hughes trying to play it through for Helen Dermody, but Smith preventing it. Wilcox. King nods it up. First to the seconds is Fran Orthodoxu, pulled down in the process. Coventry free kick on the halfway line. Fran wanted to take it quickly, but King was having none of it. And we are now into added minutes. And King preventing Wilcox from taking the free kick. And as my game seems to have worked, as Spanners put it straight into the arms of Cummings. More height and distance on that from Nicky Miles, and this time it's Orthodoxu who gives away the free kick, and Charlton are going to take their time. Miles is dishing out the orders for the defence. There's a reason they call her the General. Clifford. It's a pretty wasteful routine for Charlton Athletic. And they'll come back with Shalola. Huchin. Still going Huchin. It's a determined run from the left back. Huchin blocked up by Brown. It stayed in, not for long. Corner kick Charlton. Could be the final opportunity of the half. Towards Dory. Flicked up. Who can bring it down? Clifford. And Shalola. Another fantastic block. It was Miles this time. A Coventry player's gone down with a head injury. I think it may be Anna Wilcox. Some players will go down to being touched by a feather, but Wilcox is not one of those players. Of course, head injuries have to be carefully assessed. Currently 3 medical personnel with Anna Wilcox at the moment. We've taken the camera away from the scene. Not sure it was a clash of heads or a rough landing. A real melee in the penalty area, which was eventually ended by a block from Nikki Miles. Wilcox is thankfully seems to be okay. It's sitting up, but Coventry players are telling Wilcox that she needs to be subbed, and thankfully she's up and running. Trying to prove that she is okay. It's going to take more than a blow to the head to keep Anna Wilcox off the pitch, and that she's raring to go. And that's the Anna Wilcox we all know and love. But for now, Coventry are down to 10 with this corner kick to come in. Charlton are keeping 3 players back. Slid across the net by Huchen and safely into Turchian. Glad to say Anna Wilcox has returned to the field. And what looked like a worrying head injury. Thankfully not as serious as we thought. Boosted away by Seward, and that is the end of the first half action here at the Butts Park Arena. Half-time score: Coventry United Ladies 0, Charlton Athletic Women 0. And I dare say you don't want to miss the second half. It's going to be something special. We're going off air on CU LFC Media for about 5 minutes, just for a quick half-time break, and we'll be back with the first half analysis. Sorry, I forgot to put the back on. But it's quite confusing looking at the players come back because some of them, some of the substitutes have actually took their shirts off because they were doing like a bib versus non-bib training game for the substitutes, and some of them haven't put their training kits back on yet. I don't believe there's going to be any further changes for Coventry United. Or any changes at all. There haven't been any changes at all in this match. I don't know what I'm saying further, but yeah, it looks like everyone is back out and raring to go. As I was saying when the sound was unfortunately off, Coventry United's defending has been absolutely resolute. They've put everything on the line. Miles and Wilcox, and of course the fullbacks as well, Brown and Crackle, have done ever so well to keep Charlton relatively quiet in front of goal. Woods had a couple of saves from Maiden, took one over from Dory midway through the first half, but the Red and Greens have been fantastic, robust and incredibly strong at the back, just like the Lewis game 3 weeks ago. Let's just hope that we can hold on for the 490 plus added time, because it was heartbreaking and we ended up going on to lose that game. Coventry out a little bit early. Charlton haven't quite joined us yet. I can only imagine that there's a few more instructions that Charlton want to go through. Of course, this match is just as important for Charlton. If they lose, Coventry are going straight back above Charlton Athletic, and Charlton are bottom of the league again. This is the first time that Coventry have been bottom of the FA Women's Championship this season, and they don't want to stay there. So 3 points would certainly lift them above Charlton and make them a little bit better. No, I'm back on now.
He's back on now.
So we're just having a bit of news coming through there. The club saying that we were on mute. Okay, now we're back on. So apologies again for that. The referee now coming out prior to the start of the second half. Apologies, now the camera's deciding not to work. Well, I'll tell you what, cutting edge stuff here from CFC Media. Apologies for that. But yeah, here come Charlton now. We'll wait to see if there will be any changes. Of course, Grace Coombs was injured earlier on in the match. Whether she will continue or not remains to be seen. Having said that, Anna Wilcox is still playing. So, of course, she had a bit of a head injury in the closing stages of the first half, but that seems to be all good as well. Can't see any changes for Charlton at the moment, but we'll let you know as the game progresses when the subs are taking place. And now we're going to go straight into the action now here on CU LFC Media for the second half of Coventry United versus Charlton. There we go. We're definitely not muted now. Slight technical issue there, but now we are back live with Coventry United versus Charlton Athletic, the second half here on CUTV. Coventry now kicking from left to right, still in red and green, Charlton in grey and black, so apologies for the technical issues at half-time there. But we are good to go for the second half with the score still at 0-0. Hoochen. Another on by Rutherford. Here's Smith. Chance for Plua to get one in. Towards that near post, Seward comes diving out, gets there ahead of King. Back in by Plua. This time it's Alice Hassel. And the deflection takes it on for Anderson. Lobs it to the left-hand side. Toussaint's not going to get there, but Vassell is. Clifford. Soppy play at the back brings Coventry back into play, but Clifford cuts it out, atoning for the error. Here's Anna Wilcox. On the way back with Eartha Cummings, the Charlton goalkeeper, would have certainly been the busier of the two. Nikki Miles wants to see more from her team. Brown. Over to Helen Dermody by Shalola. Section by Nikki Miles after the attempted burst on the left-hand side by King. Hoochen blinded by the sun there. She tried to see where the ball was landing. Toussaint, but forceful from behind by Coombs, but fair, says the ref. Hopefully no referee dramas today like we had in the West Brom Brighton game. Thankfully we haven't got VAR in the FA Women's Championship just yet. And if they want it, then that's going to be extra. Wood taking her time. Hoochen, who sends it back where it came from, and now Nikki Miles has got to be careful because King is racing in, and King has got there. She's kept it in. Looking for a route around Miles now. A bit of pushing and pulling from King, and Coventry have the free kick. The referee wants the free kick taken in the correct position. Now, you may hear me drooling a bit now because our head of media, Alan Mohammed, has just brought in a McDonald's, so I think a bit of Homer Simpson style drooling might be happening. Slip through for the front and scores! Slide it across to Wood. And Charlton Athletic take the advantage in this most important of matches. Well, we said at half-time King possessed the great threat for Charlton. All she needed was the opportunity. She created the opportunity herself and she took it in style. Charlton lead by 1-0. We've had to wait for the first goal at in the 50th minute here at the Butts Park Arena. Charlton Athletic do lead. It is Jess King. Orthodoxy. Coventry have got to get back on track now. They can't afford to rest on their laurels. They've got to give it everything they've got. haven't quite found the attacking intent that Charlton have been pressing on with. Lofted away by Cummings and into touch. And I have to think now that changes are on the mind of United. But remember what happened last time Coventry played Charlton? They did go behind and they came back to win. I don't think we're going to see 3 goals in 7 minutes. That seemed like a bit of a once-in-a-lifetime moment, but so you don't rule Coventry out. Well, bad news, Coventry are behind, but the good news is I've got myself some chicken nuggets, so fantastic. Big thank you to Alan for that. A goal here for Coventry would put an even bigger smile on my face. It is going to be Helen Dermody, striking opportunity perhaps, or is she looking to find one of those red and greens lined up on the edge of the penalty area? It is going to be Helen Dermody flowing it towards the net, smacked off the bar. Toussaint stopped just in time. But the referee has got to try and get control of this as there's a bit of a fracas in front of goals. A couple of players down. One of them is the goalkeeper, Cummings. The free kick from Helen Dermody beat the goalkeeper and smacks off the woodwork. It didn't cross the line from where I was. In the aftermath, Toussaint tried to head it home. Cummings dove onto it. It looked like Nikki Miles ended up on top of her. Well, at the moment, Cummings is still down. Of course, we do hope that Cummings is going to be okay. Looks like she is. Well, if they needed a substitute goalkeeper, then they do have one in Simone Elligan. It appears that Cummings will indeed be able to continue. From the free kick, it is going to be Cummings, who thankfully is now able to rejoin the action. Orthodoxy. It's with Becky Anderson, Toussaint making the run. It's shepherded into touch by Destiny Toussaint with Vassell trying to get involved, and there is going to be a Coventry change. It's the red and greens sensational scouser. It's Georgia Stevens getting ready. And Beth Merrick too. So the changes that I actually suggested at half time. I think great minds think alike there. Jay was thinking the same thing. So Merrick and Stevens ready to come on at the next opportunity. Here's Clifford. And that's surely offside. against Dory. Indeed it is. Well, she's put it in the net anyway. It's not going to count. But should we get points for style on that one? It's Alice Hassel and Helen Dermody leaving the field. Two changes confirmed. Alice Hassel, Helen Dermody replaced by Georgia Stevens and Beth Merrick. Merrick, of course, scored one of the 3 goals the last time Coventry played Charlton. It appears that Merrick is going to take Dermody's place on the right-hand side of the front 3. Stevens down the centre, and Destiny Toussaint is going to take more of a attacking midfield role, perhaps. Lola using Anderson as a bit of a launch pad there, but referee said it was fair game. Bounces away from Hughes, and it's good strength on show from Shauna Vassell to see it out. Nothing really coming of that throw in for Charlton. Let's see what Coventry can muster here. Stevens. Destiny Toussaint holding off the challenge of Shalola. Shalola does get stuck in on the slide, and Becky Anderson tripped by Clifford.
Drop downs again, follow the rebounds again.
Oh, the last free kick Coventry United had came within inches of an equaliser thanks to the jet-propelled boot of Helen Dermody. Taking short of Fran Orthodoxu. That one had decisively less power behind it, and the referee's going to have to stop the game here. She accidentally blocked the ball. Well, King's not happy, but it's the rules of the game. The referee's saying, what do you want me to do? I blocked the ball. The only reason you had the ball is because I gave it to you. Well, the correct decision from the referee, and it is going to be a drop ball given to Charlton. Brown brings it back. Here's Toussaint. Wilcox. Should be Vassell's ball, or is it? Amber Hughes has brought it back for the red and green. Slides in on Olivia Smith. Charlton able to clear their lines, but United are coming back with Anderson. Here's Toussaint. Destiny Toussaint looking for the cross. Slide in, expertly timed by Shalola. Toussaint less than pleased, but she got the ball. Toussaint surrounded by grey shirts. She needs some support from Coventry United, but she's going to keep on going if the referee has now blown the whistle belatedly. And Charlton have a precious, precious lead. It's currently 1-0 with half an hour still to go. Goal scored by Jess King. 5 minutes into the second half, sliding it across the United goalkeeper Sue Wood, but I don't think it's game over for a second. It's a game that neither can afford to lose. And we've seen what Coventry United can do when under pressure. It's over Hayley Crackle. Pluer's there, here's Pluer. King, return provider now. It's pinballed through the penalty area. And United have got themselves the throw on the far side.
Can we retain it a little bit better?
Toussaint. Crackle for an option in the centre, only finds Shalola, but Anderson taking advantage of a heavy first touch by Alicia Shalola. Now to Beth Merrick. She likes scoring against Charlton. Can she do it again? It's Beth Merrick into Georgia Stevens. Crucial touch by Smith. Over a kick by Anderson, and that will head out of play for a goal kick.
Get tighter a bit earlier. Gracie, that's good covering.
Cummings with the clearance. Nodded out by Charlie Clifford. Coventry will have another throw. There's a Charlton player currently down. Charlie Clifford is back on her feet. After a short delay. So it's Ashley Brown. Stevens chips it into the area. Amber Hughes will give chase, but Coventry have got themselves a free kick as Stevens received a bit of a barge.
Come on, switch on! Organise early! Don't get too deep! Thank you, Cal! Ella, go in!
And Beth Merrick make herself a hero here. That's headed off the mark by Destiny Toussaint. It seemed like a moment set for the former Birmingham player. Well, United wants the game sped up a little bit. Charlton with the lead in their back pocket are in no rush. You can understand why. And now Rutherford's gone down after a clash of heads. Charlton will be making a substitution now, and that's it's going to be Ella Powell, I believe. It is indeed Ella Powell set to come on. And the players are going to take this opportunity to have a little drinks break. I think myself and Connor will take the opportunity as well. For a bit of a strawberry milkshake here. Technically, you know, prefer chocolate, but you know, it's free, so I ain't gonna moan about it. Alan, next time, chocolate, please. We'll get underway once again with a drop ball. And the players are arguing over whose drop ball it would be. Coventry did have the ball. think the referee is... well, what is the referee going to do? I think she's going to give it to Charlton, is she? I was going to ask that Charlton give the ball back, but no, Charlton aren't going to give the ball back. Dory tried to chip into the penalty area. Thankfully, nothing came of it, but Coventry would not have been happy if something came from that. And Beth Merrick trying to get one back on Rutherford. A bit of a barge in. Oh, and that was late from Fran Orthodoxou. And the referee is going to call for a free kick, and Charlton wanted to continue. They had an opportunity within the confines of the penalty area, but the referee wants to check on Huchin first. Well, Jay Bradford, who has a bit of a love-hate relationship with referees, can be said. I mean, she's got justification this time. Well, there's no doubt that the correct decision was made in terms of the free kick. And Rutherford's going to try and double her side's lead. And that's exactly what she's done. She's set up the goal. And Charlton lead by 2-0. Composed low strike for Charlton Athletic. Scored by Huchin. And the Addicts are flying now. Well, I'd say to a scene at Charlton, they're going to shut up shop now. They've got a 2-goal advantage, and Coventry, for the second time this season, are 2-0 down against Charlton. Last time they were able to come back, can they come back again? Stevens making the run. That's going to head out of play. Stevens just a little too late to the party there, just trying to speed up play, and all conveniently, Cummings didn't see the ball rolling towards her. Cummings taking the world's biggest run-up for this goal kick. Can't say it's nothing that Coventry United wouldn't do if they were in the same situation. It's just part of the modern game. Wilcox driving through the middle, blocked off forcefully by Shalola. Hughes gets the better of Plua. Here's Georgia Stevens, back heel. Can she get the shot away? Passing it straight to Vassell. I think she was trying to thread it through for Destiny Tucson, but it didn't come off the way that the Scouser thought it would. Coventry still have 3 changes that they can make. They do have options on the bench, including Amy Woffman, the Welsh striker. And it's unlucky for Ashley Brown, couldn't control it. Maybe something extra in midfield for Coventry to try and create something would do the trick. They do have Phoebe Warner and Katie Morris on the bench as well. And more claims, referee doesn't want to know. And Tucson barged to the ground by Alicia Shalola. Oh, I've seen the Charlton fans are enjoying the broadcast here on their CU LFC media because their team are leading by 2-0. But if anyone else is enjoying the game, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to CU LFC media for exclusive content from the Red and Greens. Plua. King looking to judge that ball well, and she has done. Trying to barge into Nikki Miles, and somehow Charlton have got the free kick there. It was King who went in looking for the contact. And United just reminding the referee to stop the watch. It was King who instigated contact, but it's the Charlton striker who's come out worse for wear. Charlton looking for a third, which should surely clinch the game. They won't find it on that occasion. Coventry United streaming away on the counter. Here's Beth Merrick, right on the line, not over the line crucially, and Smith has no option but to cushion it out on this near side for a Coventry throw. And Merrick wants to take a throw as quick as she can, but there's going to be two changes for Charlton Athletic. Ella Powell is coming on, as well as number 16, that's Vian Sampson.
Emma! Doro!
And leaving the field are Plua and Rutherford. Is it Rutherford? No, it isn't. It's in fact, it's going to be. It's Dory. Rutherford coming over to this side to change position. Actually, so sorry about that. It's Plua and Dory leaving the field. A job well done for them. Players getting a round of applause from their teammates as they head back to the Charlton technical area. And Coventry have got a mountain to climb now. If they lose this, it'll be 3 points adrift at the bottom of the table, so they need to act quickly. Merrick. Charlton with everything back. Will it be enough? Well, it is on this occasion. Swing and a miss from Toussaint. Here's Nikki Miles. Wilcox sends it high into the sky blue sky. Toussaint, good strength on show to hold it from Vassell. Doing it all on her own. Coventry have got the throw, but Toussaint wanted more. She's got to get her head back in the game here. She left Amber Hughes all alone. Handball claims, but Coventry have the corner. Phoebe Warner and Katie Morris have just been for a jog, so maybe some midfield changes coming up. Whipped in by Merrick. Who can she find? It's towards orthodoxy. Strong header by Smith. It's out towards Becky Anderson. She's going to give it a go. A complete miss hit from Anderson. Here's Ashley Brown. Anderson picks it up. Goes down rather softly. The referee says no. I think it probably was a foul, but there wasn't an awful lot of contact there. Wood. It's Clifford who gets on the end of it. Now Shilola playing a more advanced role now. Taking it straight to the touchline and finds King beautifully. King looking to square it. Wilcox has just enough. Not the best of first touches, but she has got the job done. Beth Merrick with chest control does indeed keep it in. Switches the play over to Hughes, but flying in is Shauna Vassell. Bit of complacency on show there from Orthodoxy, but Coventry have got away with it. Brown. And no nonsense defending from Coombs, cushioned it out, allowing her teammates to track back. Coventry are outnumbered here. And Georgia Stevens with the header straight into touch. And Maz Gordon getting some training in. She recovers from an ACL injury, jogging after the ball. Nikki Miles rallying her troops. Jess King with space to work with on the left. Overlapping run being made. Here's Ella Powell. She's onside, but that touch is far too heavy, and that will be a Coventry throw level with their penalty area. They've got to get out of that danger zone. Just 15 minutes to go. It's not looking good for the Red and Greens at the moment. Coventry United 0, Charlton Athletic 2 is the current score. Charge down, and it's still in play. Toussaint battling with Shilola, and I'm not surprised to see a free kick given in favour of Charlton. It just shows what these players are willing to do. For every pass, every loose ball. Rutherford preparing herself for another set piece. Will she get another assist? Well, short answer, no. And Rutherford's actually gone down hurt. She's right on the fringes of the pitch. Charlton are going to continue with Charlie Clifford. This could seal it now for Jess King. Couldn't keep her effort down. And now the referee will check on Rutherford. Whether she caught her foot in the ground when she took the free kick. Rutherford is now off the field, so Coventry can continue. Charlton for now have 10 players on the field. And change is being prepared. It's Watling who's getting ready, and Charlton want to make the sub immediately. But Coventry will get going with this throw-in and get it back with Brown. Wilcox sent back where it came from by Shauna Vassell. Now Ella Powell going shoulder to shoulder with Anna Wilcox, and it's too much for the linesman, who says free kick Coventry. If you don't want to know the results from the Premier League matches today, then avert your ears for the moment. Arsenal with the victory at Leicester City earlier on, which will make my family happy because they're all Leicester fans. Current score at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium: Tottenham 4, Burnley 0. A double from Gareth Bale has put them in control. And ended 0-0 between Fulham and Crystal Palace. Of course, we've got the Chelsea-Man United game on later. Going on towards Stevens by Amber Hughes. Stevens will do her best to get there, and Vassell forcefully sees it out. A bit too forcefully for Georgia Stevens' liking. But the ball was already out of play when they made the most significant of contacts. And also in the Scottish League Cup final, Livingston 0, St Johnstone 1. Goal from Rooney, putting the Saints in front. No, I'm not talking about that Rooney. As you can imagine, Charlton in no hurry. And with just 7 minutes of normal time to go. It's going to take one almighty comeback for Coventry, but it could be a third for Charlton to put it beyond all doubt. Jess King. It would have been all right if Cov Rugby were playing today, but it's the wrong shaped ball. So pick up with Cummings. Powell chips it on. If King could get there, she could make it safe, but Nikki Miles prevents her from taking the opportunity, and Miles has gone down hurt. You can hear the yell from here. It appears that Miles is okay, and we'll be able to continue after that little exchange with Ella Powell. Just joining us here on CULFC Media. Current score: Coventry United Ladies 0, Charlton Athletic Women 2. Charlton at the moment on course to get revenge after losing 3-2 at Oakwood in October. Orthodoxy. Free kick given on the far side of the field, a little trip. Thumped upfield. Nicky Miles gets a head on that. Sampson wins the aerial duel with Anderson. Wilcox getting stuck in. Amber Hughes. Vassell turns away after the interception. Great stuff from the fullback, who's had a fantastic game for Charlton. The counter is on. A lunge in by Hughes. Didn't get any of the ball according to the referee. Make sure to join us here on CULC Media next Sunday for live coverage of Coventry United Ladies versus London City Lionesses. We'll start at 10-2 on Sunday the 7th of March. And, wait a minute, Anna Wilcox has been sent off, I believe. I didn't see a card there, but Anna Wilcox is leaving the field. And it could be made even worse here. But somehow Clifford's effort stayed out. It appears that Anna Wilcox has indeed been sent off. It seems as if it was something she said. Well, myself and Connor, neither of us saw the red card. So things have gone from bad to worse now for Coventry United, with a 2-0 deficit and a player deficit as well.
Next time, please.
And Charlton want to make another substitution. It'll be their final opportunity to do so. It's going to be... Get the team up for you. It's going to be Katie Godden coming on. And... you see the other... In fact, no, it's just going to be the one change, as Rutherford is on the side of the field. Really, she shouldn't be in that vicinity without a bib on. All the way back to Sue Wood. And also, I should say, it was Jess King who was replaced by Godden. So King leaving the field. I'm sure Coventry will be thankful for that. Toussaint just over the line. Coventry just haven't been able to catch a break today. And with Wilcox being sent off, Becky Anderson has taken her role at centre-back alongside Nicky Miles. We'll be naming our player of the match very shortly. There could be an opportunity here for the substitute Godden. No silly fouls from Nicky Miles. Godden did go to ground, but a tad easy, if I may say so. Well, he's just in time before Georgia Stevens could close in and give Coventry some hope. At the moment, hope is all they have. The points are staying with Charlton. And that's offside against Amber Hughes. We've got just 4 minutes to go here on CULFC Media. Don't forget to hit the like button if you are enjoying today's coverage, and join us next week for the London City game. But as it stands, Coventry will be bottom of the table and 3 points adrift of Charlton if things stay as they are.
Overhit it.
It's knotted up by Miles, and it will fall safely to Sue Wood. Wood. It's blocked out. And Jay Bradford retrieving the ball for Houchin. Fullback taking her time. Just off the shoulder of Brown. Godden in there too. Nicky Miles comes away with it. It's Destiny Toussaint. If United can get one back here, they can make life interesting again. Merrick the target, but great awareness by Houchin. Lofted ball at the left-hand side. I don't think he was intended to find anyone, just to waste time for Charlton. Wood. Houchin the target. There's a collision between Houchin and Stevens, and the referee's going to have to check on Stevens. Looks okay. I think it's just going to be a drop ball. Now, we are going to try and find out why Anna Wilcox was sent off. We can only imagine that it was something she said to the referee, because the United players, let's just say, were not best pleased about some of the decisions from the referee. Connor has gone to find out for us. So I don't even see the red card, I just saw Wilcox leaving the field. The bright sunlight making things difficult to see on the far side of the field. Great battling from Stevens. And she's got the throwing out of it. We're into the last 90 seconds of normal time, nodded straight out again by Sampson. Coventry can get a goal here, make it 2-1. It will be a nervy finish for Charlton. Toussaint in the corner, needs help. Merrick's there, first time swing of the boot. Just controlled by Clifford and cleared by Sampson. You can guarantee that Charlton are not going to help Nicky Miles get that ball back. But it's going to be a Charlton throwing out in and straight out again.
Corner! Inside! No, don't start too high. Get everybody else to recover that. Good. Katie, go deeper. Yes, Katie.
Sell. Crackle diverts it out. Couldn't bring it to feet.
Here you go.
We're back with Wood.
Operating!
Descent.
Oh, there we go. Then hearing from Connor that it was indeed dissent, as there was some foul language from Wilcox. From what we hear, that was the reason that Wilcox was sent off. So Coventry 2-0 down as normal time is now over. and a player down as well. It's not been the greatest of afternoons for Coventry United. And Charlton with an absolutely crucial victory on the cards at the moment. What could it mean for their season? Anderson forced into an error. We're having a few stoppages in this second half. First of which came when Cummings was flattened in the penalty area, with her players falling on top of her after saving Destiny Toussaint's header, which was probably the closest Coventry have come, along with that strike that hit the crossbar from Helen Dermody. It's another throw on the far side to Coventry this time. We've had a minute of added time. Miles trying to judge that bounce. Lost out. I'm trying to hold Charlton back for now. Merrick does well. Brown's making the run. Coombs only as far as Destiny Toussaint. Miles. Is Stevens. Over to Beth Merrick. Merrick's cross towards Hayley Crackle, and the free kick given for a push in the back by Crackle on Ella Powell. Well, how much action remains in this match? The referee checks the watch. Charlton manager trying to ask the London how long is remaining in this match. I'd like to know that myself. Unfortunately, in the Championship we don't get scoreboards. It's towards Georgia Stevens. Heavy first touch, she'll get to the seconds, and she's got the corner around it. Back heels it off Hoocham. Coombs wanted a free kick in the penalty area, but the referee wasn't interested. Coventry can at least take away the clean sheet. Everyone back for Charlton, everyone up for Coventry. Miles calling for it. It's a rather tame end to what has been a bad day at the office for Coventry United. Charlton have wrapped up the win. How crucial a win could that be come the end of the season? Coventry still have plenty of fixtures to try and get something out of. With London City turning up at the Butts Park Arena next week, United will hope to show their best once again, but today we didn't quite see it. Full time at the Butts Park Arena in the FA Women's Championship. Final score: Coventry United Ladies 0, Charlton Athletic Women 2. And that's all we've got time for here on CU LFC Media. I hope you enjoyed the first ever broadcast for the new exclusive Coventry United Ladies YouTube channel. And as I said, we will be back next week for live streaming of Coventry United Ladies versus London City Lionesses. The highlights of today's game will be available tomorrow, so make sure to have a look on this channel for the action from today's game. From everyone at the Butts Park Arena, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on CU LFC Media.